Hey everybody, Mike and Moose here. Check out what I just got in the mail. It's the Gaahleri AirHub airbrush stand. And we're going to take a close look at it next on Modeling with Mike. Alright, and welcome back to the bench. And here we have it, the AirHub Pro Element 13 series. And before we go into the review of it, let's look at a few things about it. Number one, what's it designed to do? This is intended to create a centralized workstation that keeps your airbrush secure, your hose organized, and your most used accessories within easy reach while you're painting. So what problem does it claim to solve? Well, a number of problems really. Things like airbrushes rolling around on the workbench, tangled or snagged air hoses, having to constantly reach for cleaning tools or accessories, a cluttered workspace that interrupts your workflow, and a risk of accidentally knocking your airbrush off the bench. The idea is to keep everything organized and within arm's reach so you can spend more time painting and less time hunting for tools. And who is it marketed toward? Well, three groups really. Number one, beginners. You know, someone just getting into airbrushing and wants a neat, organized workplace from the start. Number two, your intermediate modelers, such as builders who airbrush regularly and who are looking to improve efficiency and organization. And number three, advanced or heavy airbrush users, such as people who spend a lot of time airbrushing and may use multiple airbrushes during a session, making a dedicated workstation more valuable. So whether it's worth it really depends on how often you airbrush. If you only pull out the airbrush a few times a year, it may be more of a luxury. But if you're airbrushing every week, the added convenience of this could make a noticeable difference. Now, who is this really for? Well, you gotta ask yourself three questions on that. Number one, do beginners really need this? So if you're just getting started with airbrushing, I consider the AirHub a convenience rather than a necessity. Your money's probably better spent on a quality airbrush, a reliable compressor, and learning the basics. Then once you got some experience under your belt, accessories like this become easier to justify. So is this for heavy airbrush users? Well, if you're airbrushing several times a week, or even working on multiple projects at once, the AirHub starts to make a lot more sense. Having your airbrush securely parked, your hose organized, and your accessories within easy reach can make your painting sessions smoother and more efficient. Number three, is this solving a real problem? The real question here isn't whether the AirHub is well made, it's whether it solves a problem you actually have. If you're constantly dealing with a cluttered workbench, knocking your airbrush over, or wishing your setup was more organized, then this could be a worthwhile upgrade. But if your current setup already works well for you, the AirHub may simply be a nice extra rather than something you truly need. Those are the questions I had going into this review. Let's open this up, put the AirHub through its paces, and see if it actually delivers where it matters. So, let's do that. Open it up. As you can see, it comes in a nice little box here. And that is the AirHub put together. On the back, you can see how it holds the airbrushes. It comes with 4 air ports that you can control with 4 knobs. You can independently control the air pressure of each of these. So if you can put one of your airbrushes that are strictly devoted to metals, you can put it there. The other side, you may have something that's another airbrush that's totally devoted to your gloss coats, semi-gloss, your varnishes, in other words, and those are going to run at two different air pressures. So that's where these come in. Then you can have 2 other airbrushes on there, one for primer, one for your general use. So reach over here, get my knife, and we'll open this bad boy up and see what we got in here. Open this up, and we have the operating guide, how to put it together, how to control your, how to connect it up, how to control your air, and with every other, as with every other Gaahleri product, has a nice cushion of foam between it. Here you have some Allen screws and a little Allen wrench, and here it is. Here's your AirHub. Wow, this is a lot smaller than I thought it'd be. It's very sturdy. This is all metal, folks, and highly sturdy. And this will go in here like so. And we have 4 airbrush holders. So anything else under here? Nope. That's what you get. And basically this fits in here like this, and these will slide. Let's see. Yeah, it'll look like, once I'm done putting it together, it'll look like this, and we'll slide the holders on. Yeah. So basically, I'm going to turn off the camera right now, put this together, then I'll meet you over at the booth, and we'll put this through its paces. So we'll be right back. All right, everybody, and here we are at the spray booth, and here we have it all built. The AirHub Pro 4 holders for your airbrushes, which means 4 stations. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to set it up. As you notice, it has 2 strips right here. All you got to do is peel off the backing, and these strips will fit anywhere on your table, and they'll just stick. And that bad boy is on there. Now you have your main hose to your air compressor right here. That goes on the side here. Move my cane, and we'll get this hose out of the way here. Move this back here, and there we go. And we'll connect the hose here to the side. There we go. Now, I bought 2 air hoses on Amazon to attach to the AirHub when it got here. So first part we will put on here. Take that off. There we go. Attach this bad boy on here. There's one. And I am going to use this side. Then leave the two middle ones disconnected. There we go. And I am going to hook up. Notice this is rugged. This is not going anywhere. So this one, I'll put my GHAD 68. 39 will go there. Got my Mobius, which will, I'll go ahead and put, this needs cleaned real bad, so I'll just put that right there for now. And I have my seeker, and I'll put that up to the side. Now, as you can see, I now have quick releases to my air brushes, so I'll just connect a quick release valve right to this end, connect this hose up to it, and boom, and then this hose will have this quick connect hooked up to it, and bingo, there we go. And we are all ready to use this. Now, notice down here, I'll take the 68 out of there. These have small to large circles. Smaller you can go all the way to where they're all off, or you can open them wide open. Okay, and there's wide open. I'll put them about halfway. Set them about halfway. And the other two are not being used, of course, so I'll leave them closed. Now, I'm going to shut the camera off again. I forgot a couple of things, but we're ready to try this out now. Everything's looks good on it. I mean, look at that. Look at that. It looks beautiful. And it's not taking up that much space at all. So compared to this thing, this thing had suction cups on it that didn't work because it always moved with the air compressor. I liked the way you can adjust everything, but it really, every time I had all four airbrushes on, my hand was hitting it and knocking it over. I can't even hit this because the upright is in front, not back here, which is great. All I got to do is worry about grabbing them. Boom, boom. So I'm going to shut off the camera now. I forgot my notes, go figure, and I want to get some paper for a paper test here in the booth. So we'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and let's do a couple of bench tests here on this thing. Like we said last section, got everything hooked up, it's ready to go. Airbrushes look beautiful on it. So let's do a stability test. Does it tip? Well, it does right now because we just taped it on there. But I got the feeling once this tape gets set and gets stuck, this thing isn't going to move unless you want it to. And really, you can't tip it because, even if you're not watching, you're gonna, right here, boom, you're not gonna hit anything. So it's designed by design. It's not gonna tip on you. Does it move? Well, let's turn on the compressor. This is a good test. If I turn on the compressor, because my compressor tends to just walk along the tabletop, so if I turn on the compressor and you don't see this moving, that's going to be great. It's not even vibrating. had the trigger up against it. So, doesn't tip, it doesn't move, doesn't feel solid. This thing is, I mean, this is definitely more solid than this thing. I mean, look, nah, come on. I mean, even though this thing served me well, it didn't stay there. And I constantly tipped it over. So the stability test, it passes with flying colors. Now let's put it through a workflow test. If I have like two colors, well, I start this, boom, 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 spray, spray, spray. I'm done. Move over to this. Spray, 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 spray. Done. I need some metallic color or something, whatever, something else is for. Boom, spray, put it in there. Say this one's holding primer. I need to prime something. Boom, right away. Boom, done. I mean, just one to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other. They're all right here at my hand. So, yeah, of course it's going to speed things up. Is switching brushes faster? Yes, I just showed you that. I got to find a way to get that, keep that trigger from. I just showed you that. I can grab this and do it. Put it back. Grab this over here. Spray. Put it back. Grab this. Spray. Put it back. It's just grab and growl. And sorry, folks. Let me reposition here. It's just grab and growl. Yeah. Switching brushes with this thing is a breeze. Does it reduce clutter? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Everything's right here. Everything's right here. I mean, you know, you have hoses here. You might devise a way to separate your hoses, but I don't think that's going to be a huge problem. Really? So yeah, it does reduce clutter. You know, I mean, I had hoses and airbrushes and everything over here. Now I just got one cap and one adapter sitting there. Everything else is where it's supposed to be. So let's look at build quality. The materials on this. This is all metal, folks. There is not a damn bit of plastic on it except for the holders themselves, and those are pretty heavy duty plastic. I mean, you're not going to break anything on here unless you try. You have to try to break something. It's built to last. It's the materials, like I said, all metal. Feels like aluminum, but it's lightweight, but yet it's sturdy. It's very small. The fit and finish is very small compared to something like this, you know. This, once you get these spread out, I mean, yeah, you know, you got the ends of your airbrushes spread out, and, you know, this, you know, this fits a lot better in here, looks a lot better. So durability, I mean, yeah, this is rock solid. I'm feeling this is now attached to my table, and it's not going anywhere. I don't think it's gonna break. I mean, look at this, it's beautiful. So yeah, so let's see how it works air-wise. I want to move this over here a second. I'm going to turn off the camera again, and I'm going to move the camera over so I can show you what's happening in the booth. All right, we're back, and I'm just going to take a couple of seconds here. I got a piece of my scrap paper from my desk, and I taped it up here what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how these work individually through this. I got everything hooked up, the hose from the air compressor into the air hub, both hoses coming out of the air hub into the 68 and the seeker. So let's show the seeker first. I'm just going to do this with air. Here we go. There you go. That one side of the paper's going back. Okay, there's that. Now, real quickly, go to the 68. Now that side is going back. So we know that air flows through this. Okay? But say you have somebody over. One of your model buddies comes over and you both want to spray something. Okay? Well, you both hook up to the air hub and watch this, guys. Wow, look at that. You can both brush together, and wow, I've never seen anything that's able to do that as far as an airbrush holder. So absolutely beautiful, folks. So now we're gonna turn around now and we're gonna go over the pros and cons. Is it worth it? And my final verdict before we put a bow on this. So we'll be right back. All right, and welcome back. And whew, a little hot in here, but let's talk about the pros of the AirHub first. Pro number one, stability. That thing has a nice wide flat base. Those two tacky strips on the bottom hold it in place great. Even with 4 airbrushes on it, it just stays right in place. You saw it. You saw my compressor just walking along, vibrating along on the table, and it didn't even move. It didn't even shake. So stability is great. For bench organization, yeah, you can fit 4 airbrushes on there instead of having them lying around your bench or in drawers or something. They're right there at your hand, at your fingertips, ready to go. I mean, who wouldn't want that? And convenience, I just told you. Your airbrushes are right there, right away. You, instead of going back, standing up, turning on your airbrush and gotta stand up and look at your air control on your compressor, instead of changing your air pressure that way, you have a valve right there right there by you. While you're spraying, you can just adjust that. How convenient is that? And when you're done, boom, put one in there, have another one ready, boom, just boom, boom, you're spraying again. I mean, you can't ask for much more convenience than that. So, of course, if you have pros, you got to have cons. Number one, the price. Okay, if you're an intermediate or advanced modeler, this will make very much sense for you. The prices, I believe, it's either $56.95 or $59.95, but it's in the mid to high 50s. Yeah, and it makes sense if you're an intermediate to advanced modeler. Now, if you're a beginner modeler who likes to be organized, still makes sense. For the materials used to build it, for the air control it has in it, you know, it's worth the price. But if you're just a beginner and you really don't need it, it's not worth the price. Bench space, is that really a con? It doesn't really take up that much. It really doesn't. The only thing I could see as far as bench space is if you have 4 6-foot hoses hooked up to that thing, you're going to have a problem with tangling, I bet. But, you know, you could always go on Amazon and buy 4-foot, you know, however long you want. Or else, you know, separate them and find a way to attach them to your table or something to where they're separated. For casual users, this is overkill. You don't need it if you're just a casual user and you're only spraying every so often. It is overkill. I would recommend not buying it if you're just, you know, spraying every so often. But if you're spraying every model, if you're airbrushing every model, from primer to clear coat, if you're airbrushing, that makes total sense. The compatibility limits for as far as Gaahleri brushes, this thing is great. I don't know. I haven't tried it on an Iwata or a Harder and Steenbeck or a Badger or anything else. I don't own anything else. So you might want to try it. You know, they sent me 4 extra holders, so you can buy those separately, and it'll cost you a lot less to find out if your airbrush fits it or not. So the big question, is it worth it? Well, I'm going to break down into 3 categories: beginner, budget conscious builder, and a heavy airbrush user. And I'll give you a yes or no on each of them. If you're a beginner modeler, if you're totally just starting out, no. Just get a regular airbrush stand. And then when you learn your basics, learn your fundamentals, which always comes first, then you can upgrade. This is an upgrade. This is not a starter thing, okay? A budget conscious builder, well, it depends. It depends. If you're a budget conscious builder who, like I said, airbrushes everything, makes sense. It's worth the money for you. If you don't airbrush that often, no way. It's a waste of money. And heavy airbrush user, heck yeah. Have this on your bench. Stick that baby, literally stick that baby on your bench and use it all the time. Very much worth it. So my final verdict, got 3 questions here to answer. Would I spend money on this? Well, let me come clear first of all here. I want to thank Sita and the people at Gaahleri for sending me this. They sent me this to review, and I think I've given it a serious and honest review, gave you both sides. Would I spend my money on this? Yes, very much worth it. I airbrush enough to where it makes sense to have it. So and the build, the way it's built, the stability, build quality, all makes sense to spend money on it. Now, as far as simple stands, you know, if they don't take up much room and they're stable, those are the 2 big things. Don't take up much room and be stable. I don't want to be able to knock it down, because if I have pain in those things and I knock it down, there's a mess. And it's also wasted paint, which is wasted money. I guess I would prefer the AirHub. So that brings me to the question, what's your current setup? Let me know in the comment section below. Always love hearing from you. Don't forget all the links, all the discount codes that I have for the channel are on the video description. If you want to become a member, $1.99 a month. Just press anywhere where it says join. Usually somewhere around the video description or channel description, you'll find that join button. Just press that and follow the instructions. Don't forget about merch. If you want some Modeling with Mike merch, there is a link to that on the video description, and also I believe the channel description. So got that. Next video, we're going to start construction on the FA-18A 1/72nd scale Hornet by Airfix. And that's going to be part of my entry into MK Model Works Autism Acceptance Group build. So we're going to start building that next video. So that's all I got for this one, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. And y'all know what we say around here. Never stop pushing your modeling boundaries. And until next time, we will see you later. Bye-bye.